what, sí, what we were, es muy difícil hablar en inglés con la gente en español. Porque se le quitó el flow.
Ahí vamos con el flow residente calle 13 aprendiendo inglés. Nivel B1.
Nivel B1, nene. It's so hard. I think there's a lot of aspects into what you were telling me regarding the tourism that is arriving to Medellin. That is not always um, like it's not necessarily correlated. Like it's like the more tourists doesn't mean more guided tours
Mhm,
for us or more work for the people who work in tourism. And I think there are two aspects to it. One of them is that people are less scared of the city itself. And that's a good thing, right? If people are happy to kind of just go and go into a into a city and take it as their own and not have to have a guided group showing them around, that's kind of, I think, a good thing for the destination itself. um and so I think that's I find that it is a good thing. Of course, it's not great for people who work from tourism, but I think that's kind of what I thought it was kind of important to highlight. Also, it is as well a question of people find out that tourism is a good source of income, so a lot more people want to work in tourism, and that's where like your Airbnbs are full, your experience, like your Uber is starting to become a tour guide, and so on. So it kind of becomes um, different, but I guess that's where we come in, like to show people that there is levels and levels, and there's professional and really kind of rock stars and people who do a really really good job at what we do, and people who are just amateurs, and I guess like that's kind of what we are doing here. And I think visibility plays a crucial role in attracting and engaging the right people, like the right tourists and the right visitors for us. And this is the reason I wanted to do these interviews and this. I mean, it's not really an interview, to be honest. It's more like a chat, um, to kind of get to connect and to show people who we are, right? Like who are those local experts and community organizations that are behind what Aldea wants to offer, which is exactly that, like really good experiences, really good curated things to do in a city, um, and show that there's people who are behind it, and they're valuable, and they have like amazing backgrounds and amazing experiences. And that's kind of what we thought when we started doing these discussions. So yeah, so the main objective of this series is to kind of give voice and start working towards a more visible community, which is our community. Like we are the people behind this, and it is hard to show it when we are hiding behind just the pictures and we're not really out
mhm.
there. um so yeah, so that's kind of the idea. What do you think? Good idea?
I think that we can use these channels and the virtuality to create a real empathy with the guests. And now that you were talking about that, the market has changed, the city has changed, the prices. There's a gentrification process, so there's a whole new dynamic. And I think that I agree with you because I think that allows another people from the city to have an economical income, and more than that, to have an interaction without knowing any English with the visitors of the city. So a new brand of clothes, or I don't know, a small restaurant in the middle of a neighborhood that is not tourist is going to receive new visitors, and the visitors they don't know Spanish. So that dynamic is going to be good for the city. and the visitors that are getting this, I don't know, medium or rookie guests, rookie hosts and rookie guides, they are going to spread the word to their friends like, okay, we had this guide, but he or her wasn't like that accurate with the data, so I recommend you to uh, get a, I don't know, work through an agency and find different professional guides and certified guides, so you can have a better experience, because it's the first time in a country, so they're always amazed about the good attitude of the people, the weather, the birds, the food, and all that. But with the uh, is if they're visiting more cities or more countries, they get like a new level of, okay, I want to know more about birds, or I want to know more about the social issues. I want to know more about the art, and I want to know more than art. I want to know specific about architecture. So the agencies and the guides, we are now like in the level to show the visitors all that kind of the variety of tours that are now and they are coming. I think there are more tours coming, more things to show about Colombia.
Absolutely, there's so much to show. But before we actually go into that, I think that I would like to start with a rapid fire. A rapid fire is a series of questions which are absolutely chan chan. You just want to answer like super fast. And it's really to kind of get to know Mr. Congo and who that person is,
Okay,
right? So, right? Are you
I
ready?
think so. Bring it on.
Cook or dance? Cook or
Dance.
dance? What do you think if I say Latino?
I think, oof, that's a rapid fire. um, no, I'm thinking about, I don't know, happiness, conflict, movement, dynamic, hot weather.
Fanta- Fantastic. I love it. Which one is the story that you're most passionate to talk about
The conflict of the country, like the war conflict, the history of Colombia.
of Colombia? Amazing. What do you believe in?
I believe in God and I believe in gravity, both.
Gravity is a good thing to believe in.
Super important.
Which one is your favorite sound?
My favorite sound, I
Yes,
don't know, salsa sound, the music.
salsa. Amazing. Tourism means
Sharing is sharing.
sharing. Which is the word that you use the most?
Oh, I have no idea. Maybe dynamic is in English dynamic, and in Spanish I have no idea. De pronto.
Good. You had to travel to the same place every time that you travel. Which one would it
I
be?
have one at this moment that is called San Rafael. It's a town 3 hours away from Medellin. Or Madrid in Spain,
Before
sorry.
you
Or
were
Madrid.
Madrid. Okay, good. Good. Before you worked in tourism or before you became a guide, what were you? Or what were you in your past life?
I studied political science, so I work still. I work every now and then with NGOs with conflict resolution.
What keeps you up at night?
Nothing. I have the best sleep in the life, but sometimes my girlfriend in a good way.
Good. Excellent. What have you learned from traveling?
To breathe, to learn, to taste. Oof, that's a tough one. A lot of things. Finding new things about myself,
That's so
and
good.
that's a cliche. But yeah, like actually, what I found is that
Yes.
there are more common things between human beings and that trespasses all borders. That's the thing that I, the good and the bad.
When or what moment in your life in tourism made you think, I actually want to do this for a living? I want to travel for good.
There are several times. There are several times. It's a really fun job, I think. But starting the company of the bicycle tours, when I started talking about what I was learning in the NGOs, in the tours, that was like the perfect balance.
Amazing. I would love to know more about that because you have a very social soul. And this is the rapid fire is over. But that's, I think that's the perfect beginning. So
That was
breathe, you can
fun.
breathe
So
now.
divertido. Okay.
Oh, yeah. And remember, all of our hosts and their experiences are in aldea.travel. You can also follow us on Instagram on the same handle, aldea.travel. See you there. You were good. You did great.
Okay.
Um, I love that. Like for me, one of the things that actually connects me the most with you is that we both really kind of have a really kind of deep connection with social impact and working with people around um, kind of social issues and kind of getting and finding ways of supporting and serving our communities. So I don't know. I would like to hear a little bit more about that, and what is kind of where are you moving? What are you like? What is your movement around that? Just to kind of get to to understand you a little better.
At this moment, studying a lot about the migrants and the refugee situation that is happening in Colombia, because the strategic point that is Colombia allows a lot of migrants and refugees go through Central America to the United States. So at this moment, that's the thing that I'm interested. But I have been working with the displaced population. I have worked with former guerrillas, former paramilitares, victims of the conflict. I have worked also with homeless population. So yeah, there's a lot of issues, but the one that is moving me at this moment is the theory and all the dynamics that is going on with the refugees and the migrants. That is a global issue. There's no country at this moment that doesn't have a dynamic, my favorite word,
Yes, absolutely.
with and it's a human crisis. More than issue, it's a human crisis, and it's really important that we are aware of what's going on. And there's some things that you can do from your home. So yeah.
Amazing. I love that. I love that. I want to ask you as well. When I like, and it's more like about your, like your when I go to see you in an experience or in a tour, and you can kind of explain to me in a few words what is it that you would like me to see from the city. What do you want? Like, I'm gonna ask the same, like, kind of three things in the same question, and then you can, add them all. Like, what do you want me to see? What message shall I kind of bring back with me? And what is that memory that is gonna last forever from that tour, like from that experience that if I like when I go to travel with you?
I think several guys are going to tell you the same thing. Is the word is contrast. You're going to have a lot of experience with the contrast with the landscape. There's a serious social gap in here in Medellin. The gap between the rich and the poor is massive, and also that contrast goes to the gastronomic. Uh, yeah, eating frijoles in the marketplace in a plaza de mercado, and then go out night and eat in a really nice restaurant in El Poblado. Um, Through the tours, you're going to listen reggaeton music on the street, but also vallenato and also salsa, and then you'll find a cab driver that is going to be listening or techno. So there's a lot of contrast, and the memory, that's the one that you can choose. It can be in one of the on the views, or riding a metro, or in an empanada. That's up to you. That's up to you.
We have one more question, and is what is one thing that fills you with gratitude?
I don't know. I think music. I think is the thing that hold us together, even if we are enemies or we are strangers. The music should work, and I, especially this year, I started listening to music like a lot again. Like it was like an old girlfriend that I used to love a lot, but we had like a small fight. But now I'm getting back to listening to music, and I don't know, being alive. I think, yeah.
Amazing. And gratitude is a fantastic feeling. I love it. And I think that's super lovely. That connection that you have. I think music has no
Yeah.
borders, right? Um, and community means,
Sharing. I think it's sharing, and without being friends or being good neighbors. It's just like sharing, and also it's super important the respect. The respect that I have for myself is the respect that I'm going to have you as my neighbor. I think yes, respect. That's an important one.
fantastic. Thank you so,
No,
so
thanks to you,
much.
Tati.
As always, it's been always a pleasure. And I enjoy our conversation so much. And this has been amazing.